Been here for like
all right, ready to go.
3 hours. This poor
All right,
girl
everybody.
wants her alone time.
Welcome to the Strength Students podcast. I'm your co-host, Steve Carty.
I'm your other co-host, Nick Scopoletti.
And we're joined again by...
Siobhan Blancaflor.
Well, I mean, I was going to say her name,
Okay,
but...
well, you
all
go.
right. Siobhan Blancaflor.
Closer.
All right, well, this podcast is over.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cut off the
We
camera.
have to blur that out. That's the first time we're ever going to have to blur something out.
Oh, fuck.
And we're here just drinking stout, stewed in Middletown, Connecticut. So today, we're talking CrossFit Regionals. We're talking team competition. We're talking CrossFit Milford. Heard of them? Maybe you have. Pretty successful.
All right.
So we've had Siobhan on the show before. Episode 5. Cinco de Mayo. Episode 5. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Did you miss us?
So much.
I felt like we were just here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get
But-
closer to that microphone.
Right out on the deck. No, you're good. Yeah, you good. You good.
Okay.
There it is. That's better. That's better. There you go.
So what's going on? A lot of things have changed, right?
Many
so since the
things,
last time we were on the
yes.
show, a lot of the people who
You have
listened to that
purple hair
first
now.
episode got
Yes,
purple hair now. You got
now,
a
more
tattoo
tattoos.
sleeve coming. Time warp themed.
Time warp.
Time warp
and
theme.
travel.
You have a landline.
Got a landline. Some more
Upgraded.
furniture.
Finally
What
made
the
it.
fuck is wrong with you?
No
There's
longer have a
landline.
murder room.
Yeah, murder
Yeah,
room
it's
is
a
all
nice bedroom now.
It's all
It's actually really
good.
dope.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
say-
where we're staying.
I'm moving in.
Yeah, we're moving in with Siobhan.
They're going to share a twin bed.
So how are things going? So where are you training now?
I'm now training at CrossFit Milford. Have
Okay.
been since September. When did we film our last one?
Last one was after regionals
After
last year at
regionals.
some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was summer last year. It was when we first started, so
June
like
or July.
July, August-ish.
It
Yeah,
came
'cause I
out
moved
and
here in
all, yeah.
July. So.
Yeah, word.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was like right when you moved here.
Right.
Hence the murder room.
Hence the murder room.
Word. So tell us about that. Tell us. We'll start with kind of like the transition. Like
Sure.
So
Was I
just
still
tell-
wearing a boot?
like-
no.
No.
I had
No,
the
you weren't
boot.
wearing a
The
boot.
Just
was
tell
off.
everyone,
Boobs
because
off.
for everyone, just tell us like who you are, what you've been doing. That's all.
Oh, that's awkward. I don't really know who I am. Does
That's
anyone
okay.
really know
That's
who
a
they
personal
are?
crisis.
that's why we're here.
No, last time I was on the show, I was just regionals had just finished up. I was kind of not training yet because I had broken my foot,
Mm.
so I was in a boot for a while. And I
Oh
think-
right, you did break your foot.
Yeah,
That's right.
I think when you guys came here, I was like just getting back into training. Maybe
Okay.
I can't remember.
So at that point, just getting back into it.
Yeah.
So tell us how CrossFit Milford kind of came about.
So Axel, who trains at CrossFit Hartford too, but has gotten programming from Jay Leiden, I think for over a year now, kind of told me like Jay was looking for another female athlete for their games team for this coming year. So Jay reached out to me, and then we kind of talked. I went down there, had a conversation with him about, the dynamic, what was to be expected, hours, training, responsibility, commitment type deal.
Gotcha.
And from there, I went down a couple times just to kind of get a feel for the gym and how everything kind of flowed there. And then it kind of just transpired into me being down there mostly full time.
Well, so this is a huge deal. Like CrossFit Milford is, I was finished at the games, 2 years in a row or something like that. Like
Yeah, 2015 they were second place, and then last year I think they placed 16th.
yeah, so like this is, no bullshit here. Like this
No.
is a games team. This is
The real deal.
in the
Yes.
region, like the place to go, obviously, and
Absolutely.
even in the country, like one of the top
Mhm.
teams to go. So, like talk about like how you feel about kind of the opportunity. Like, how did you feel when you were kind of given this opportunity?
A lot of different emotions because I wasn't really sure where I was with CrossFit just because I was coming back from an injury. I didn't really know what I wanted to do this year. With my job kind of developing and adding more responsibilities there, I didn't know if I could really commit myself. But after some soul searching, I guess you could say, I knew I would want to continue to be competitive with CrossFit. So grateful for the opportunity and happy that I was able to work with Jay and with the team and kind of have a different experience versus last year being an individual. So
Yeah. So, and that's exactly literally what I was just going to ask. Talk about kind of the transition from, all right, last year, Siobhan Blancaflor, like, Northeast region individual competitor for the first time. Like, that was a huge deal. We talked about it the first time on the show. Huge deal. So to go from that to now, all right, I'm going team. Like, what is the difference? Like, to talk about the dynamic of that change, essentially.
It's huge. I mean, I'm surrounded by like 5 studs. Like Trevor and Nick Delgron, they've been at regionals countless times as individuals, finishing top 10, top 15 almost every year. Katie Steffens is on the team. She's been on the games teams both years. Christina and Nikki both have regionals experience as well. So kind of going from not knowing anything to being surrounded by people who have been doing this for a really long time, it's kind of like a sense of comfort in a way. Like, I know they have my back. They know I have theirs. So it's kind of fun in that aspect. Because, like, if you screw up on one workout, like, they're going to pick up the slack and vice versa. So being on a team is totally different. And it's kind of cool because I've always been on a team, like, playing soccer growing up in college. Like, always was surrounded by a lot of people, but I think it's definitely, I'm happy I was an individual first and then a team athlete versus the other way.
Okay, got you. So kind of how it progressed, being individual first, then team.
Mm-hmm.
And why do you feel that? I
think I can appreciate not knowing what the fuck I was doing last year more.
Okay, I got you.
Kind of just like,
don't hold back. Just like tell us how you feel.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was lucky with the workouts in the open last year. They were definitely played to my strengths, and I wanted to show that I could do it. And now, like, I'm surrounded by people that I don't need to prove anything to anybody. So it's kind of just a different feel overall. Like, we're all here. We all, like, want the same thing. We're going to all work super hard when we're together, and then we have our lives when we're not. So. Okay,
sweet.
Yeah.
Well, and then, so, and talk about kind of, you kind of mentioned last year kind of being new to things and, like, not knowing kind of what the fuck was going on. Like, talk about that now versus, like, you're with Coach Jason Layden at CrossFit Milford, like, complete different story.
Yeah. So I started at CrossFit Hartford in August of 2015. Coming from just doing, like, classes once a day, like, not really doing anything.
Yeah.
So kind of, like, full throttle into comp training, and then it kind of just worked out that the workouts were good, so I qualified for regionals with, like, the help of Kevin, obviously, with programming and everything. But now being with, like, Jay, he has his methods. I mean, he's been doing this for a really long time. He has tons of athletes outside of CrossFit Milford that he does programming for. Haley Adams out in the Mid-Atlantic region. She's a teen. She's came in 10th in Mid-Atlantic.
Oh, so he does, like, programming across the country. Shit, I didn't know that. Okay, so, cool.
I mean, she's an amazing athlete. It's going to be so much fun to watch her, but she was, like, first for the her teen division. She's going to compete at the regionals in, I think they're in Georgia this year for the Atlantic regional.
Oh, nice.
Kind of just being with somebody who's been through the process and knows kind of how it works, the ups and downs of programming, how we should program, what we should do for volume leading up to the regionals. It's just nice because I don't really have to worry about it. Like, am I doing enough? Am I not doing enough? Like, Jay knows exactly what we should be doing and when. So
yeah, I mean, they've been there plenty of times,
right?
So it's kind of like that driver's seat is filled, and it's nothing against, like, you or, like, your coach, like Kevin last year,
not at all.
Nothing at all. But it's just both of you just were in a new situation,
absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
You guys were
and
like,
we
well,
did the
we'll
best
see what
we
sticks.
could with what presented, and I love Kevin, and he did a great job with me for regionals last year. It's just nice to have a different experience this year, I guess.
Yeah, that's cool. So let's kind of talk about, like, the Open this year. Like, we just wrapped up the Open. How did that go for you? And what was kind of different this year Open versus last year's Open?
What are you thinking?
This year's Open was way more relaxed. Last year I was like a leaderboard whore.
Okay,
like,
got you.
Stalking the leaderboard nonstop.
I had a feeling.
This year, like, with the first workout, I was sick doing it. But it's kind of nice because
I remember. Yeah, I remember you being sick. I'm like, isn't it open? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, like, what's happening with her? I had a horrible, horrible cold.
Damn.
But being with the team, you are relying on 5 other people to also put up good scores, so it's not as necessary for you to put up the best score ever. So For me, especially with that and my knee issue, which has been taking forever to get better. I don't know, just like way less stress. I hardly looked at the leaderboard. I didn't really ever, I watched the announcements, but I wasn't like freaking out about it, texting like, what do I do? What's the strategy?
Yeah,
I
right.
knew Jay would have a strategy. He has athletes test Friday morning, and then he gives us tips as the day goes on and as people test the workouts. So it's nice having that. Like, I didn't really have to think about anything. I just go in and do the workout, and he'd be like, yeah, redo it, or no, you don't need to.
Okay, word. So the difference this year being like just less stress.
Yeah.
Kind of less question marks.
Yes, especially, CrossFit, yes, 100%.
Nice.
Work,
And so
maybe not.
what did you finish
So
this year
personal
in
life? Different story. Okay, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
So what was this year? Where'd you place in the region?
I came in 27th this year, 23rd last year. So
Okay. So right around the same-ish mark.
Statistically speaking, I did worse, but I'm definitely a better athlete this year.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I would say the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you got to you got to think like the playing field is elevated as well now.
Yes, absolutely.
So talk a little about that, like just maybe this year versus last year, like the Northeast region, like did you feel like it, the playing field was kind of elevated a lot more, not as much? Feel like you got even better even though your placing was lower?
Yeah, there's a lot of good athletes in the Northeast region. I mean, it's tough. You can compare your scores to different regions, but that doesn't really make you feel any better because you're not in that region. So if you would qualify there, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, right.
I need to move.
Yeah. I mean, we have Katrin in our region, which is huge.
Heard of her?
She's may have heard her. She's an incredible athlete. You have Danny Horan, who's always a top contender, and even people within Connecticut are awesome. So I think each year it gets harder to qualify individually. Maybe. I don't know. I think so.
And so what was kind of, before all the Milford stuff happened, like, was the plan like, well, I'm trying to go individual again? Like, was that kind of the plan again?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it kind of all happened super fast, so I didn't really have time to think about that.
Gotcha.
I knew I was going to come back from my foot kind of like super out of shape. But
super duper out of shape.
Duper out
Oh
of
my god.
What happened to your knee? Let's go. I think we talked about it
yeah.
last show, but just kind of to recap.
I don't really know what happened. Increased volume. I think I have some quad tendonitis.
It was before regionals last year, right?
No, foot was regionals last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. The foot.
Yeah, stress fracture in the foot was leading up to regionals.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So I think it was some weird overcompensating on the knee to compensate for the foot, and always something.
So it's the same side knee and
Same
foot.
size,
Okay.
yeah.
So probably, I would guess.
Yeah.
I would guess, yeah. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So how about like the individual, like just kind of talking about the open workouts this year, like talk about that, like progress us through your open, like how did it go physically, emotionally, spiritually?
What were the workouts? Just so long ago.
So which was the most enjoyable or most memorable for you? Like this year's open. Which one were you like, yeah, that was my shit?
None of them.
None of them?
No, not really, actually. They were all kind of difficult for me.
Why?
The dumbbell stuff definitely caught me for a loop.
Okay. So how did you, then let's start there then, 17-1.
17-1.
The snatches with the box jump overs, how did that go?
Burpee box jump overs without being able to breathe out of your nose, very difficult.
Oh yeah, you were sick, that's right.
Yeah.
Shit.
Jesus Christ.
Definitely that lit up my back so badly.
Low back, right?
Low back,
oh my God,
which,
yeah.
I mean, is good because it exposed that I need to get my lower core more stronger.
Yeah, just like the
More
center of your body.
More stronger. That's some
More
really
stronger.
good grammar.
Oh man.
I'm telling you,
you have a master's degree.
We started a
What
Strength
the
Students podcast dictionary, so that's gonna go in there. More stronger.
More stronger.
Along with what did you say last week? Origination.
Origination.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Yeah.
So it's going in the
and I'm a
dictionary.
little drunk right now, so
One beer. Screwed.
that's all it takes, man.
Yeah, we're all one beer.
I'm like, I had 2 sips of that. I'm like, I need to stop.
No
yeah,
more.
we're all one beer in, just fucking hanging off the bench here.
You're so pretty, Siobhan.
You guys are so great.
You should see my murder room. So 17-1, lit up the back. How'd you do in that one?
Not so great. I don't really know my placings in any of them.
Well, what about you? Do you remember what time you finished in?
No.
Around
12:25 or something.
Pretty impressive score. I mean, the top, like Sam Briggs, I think, and all them were posting like
sub 11.
10-minute scores. Yeah, like sub 11.
Pretty gross.
So 12 minutes, that's pretty fucking good, dude.
Yeah, it went okay. The round of 50s just was
Dude, once you got to that round of 50.
Well, because you get to the round of 50, you're like, okay, well, the workout's just half done now.
Yeah, seriously. That's the most fucked up part. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm almost done.
No, you
nope,
aren't.
I'm halfway there.
Yep. So, yeah, that one was pretty tough.
Okay.
And then 17.2 lit up my back pretty bad, too.
Which was... which one was
walking lunges. With
Oh,
the
yeah. The dumbbell walking lunges.
dumbbell
with the toes to
cleans,
bar,
the
the
toes to
muscle
bar
ups.
and the
Okay.
muscle ups.
How'd you do on that one? Do you remember? Rep range.
187.
Okay. Solid.
Yeah, pretty solid.
And how did that one go for you? Which of the movements did you feel like was like the shittiest, and which one was like the best?
So we played around a lot with the dumbbell cleans.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like technique-wise, what would be the best way to do it.
How so?
We were actually touching the back of the dumbbells on the ground.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Versus
the front.
Less twerking.
Less twerking?
Less twerking.
A lot of twerking.
That's going to the dictionary.
I didn't know there was twerking in the open.
This is twerking now.
What's that word?
Twerk.
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 I mean, okay, yes, yeah, okay.
Less
twerking.
twerking.
Turnover. So if we hit the bottom of the dumbbells, and it was easier.
Okay.
The turnover was easier.
Got you.
Less twerking. Yeah.
Less twerking.
Twerk.
Don't ever
Whatever.
twerk less.
Twerk
Sorry,
team.
guys.
Twerk team.
Twerk team.
The muscle ups got really, really hard.
Yeah, right?
Fast, yeah.
So what was your strategy going in? We were like,
I was like,
hit
I'm going to do fours. And
fours,
then,
yeah.
I did 3, and I was like, I'm going to do 3.
Yeah.
And then I did 2. I was like, no, we're sticking to 2s.
Yeah, that's I went into. I was like, yo, I'm doing triples.
Yeah.
I did 1 and like
You're
fucked
like,
it up
oh,
kind of, and I was
God.
like, I'm doing
Yeah.
singles, I guess.
Yeah, so the first time I did that workout twice. I tried to. I was with Trevor for like the first round,
Okay.
and then his lunges were just way faster than mine because he's so much taller,
Oh.
and he's just
Aw,
an
I'm
awesome.
trying.
He's
I'm
just
a
an
little-
awesome
I'm a little
athlete.
tiny person.
Took you
I'm
40
so
steps
small.
to get to the end. Oh, okay, I could see that now. Like
Yeah.
shorter, took a little
Yeah.
longer. Okay.
I mean, he moved through that. I mean, it was impressive.
Now, how did you feel about the cleans in that workout, though? I personally felt that the cleans in that workout, that was like the easiest part of that workout.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
It wasn't the worst part. It was like doing like 8 was, I don't know. I wish it was like 4.
I mean,
You hear that? Hear that, Dave Castro? I wish it was 4.
No, it was one of those movements like you knew you could do even though like you were hurting really bad. You're like, I
Okay.
can pick up these dumbbells. I can do another rep. And it was just, we were playing around with holding the dumbbells too when we were doing the overhead lunges.
oh yeah,
So
okay.
I was resting them on my traps, like on my head, on my traps to make sure my hands were still like around.
Chaps? Did you say chaps?
Traps.
You wearing assless chaps during the workout?
Pretty close.
Pay to see that.
Well, you heard it. You heard it on the Strength
Heard it
Students
here
podcast.
first.
There we go.
boy. Sponsored by us. we have no money.
And then how about, all right, so then
Brought you beer.
17 trace, which was,
Snatch. And
oh,
chest
yeah,
up.
right, the snatches. How'd
That
you
was
do
a
there?
Fun workout.
What'd you end up getting? What'd you end up hitting?
I don't remember. I was on the 155 bar, but I didn't finish it.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah.
Well, what's your max? Like 175?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it's pretty high percentage for you
Dope.
right there.
Yeah. It was fun. I mean, highlight of that is my post made it on CrossFit Games.
Oh, shit, it did?
Instagram post, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Mhm.
I didn't see that. We'll have to look after.
Derp.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then how about the next one, which was the repeat of
The
last
repeat
year's?
was fun.
You
I only
liked
did
it?
that one once, yeah.
Oh, nice. How'd
I
you
got
end up?
20 more reps than last
Oh,
year. so
dope.
that's pretty
There you
That's
go.
cool.
Yeah.
Where did you feel like you improved? Which
The
movement?
wall balls.
Wall balls?
They used to give me anxiety. We've
Because
worked
you're
through
tiny.
it.
You and
Yeah.
wall balls have worked
Oh,
through
We've
it.
worked
remember?
through it.
I remember last year, yeah, because you were like jumping.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's like hovering. to get
That
Well,
made it
I've-
too, though, last year.
Yes, I've learned not to have to squat like
so deep.
so deep. Yes.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So my butt's not on the ground every time I do.
Less
Well, you could get
squats.
pretty low in your squat, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So no more wall ball anxiety.
No,
Okay, cool.
No GHD sit-ups. You know that's your shit.
that's my jam. Hopefully this year at
That's your
regionals.
shit, yeah. For real. Yeah. I'm waiting to see that in an open workout. I don't know if we will, but
Probably not.
yeah. I was waiting to see well, we got double unders, but I was waiting to see like ring. I was waiting to see ring muscle ups.
I know,
honestly.
me too. I really thought we were gonna do ring muscle ups, but oh well.
But I get it. Like it's tough to program because like logistically for a gym
It's
to
hard,
do that
yeah.
is tough, you know.
Mhm.
Which sucks that has to factor in, but
Yeah,
it
does,
really
yeah.
does though.
That's like we won't ever see assault bike Because
No,
people have
yeah.
assault bikes, or they have Schwinn's, or they have.
Yeah, just weird shit. Everyone has like the
Right.
Concept 2 rowers,
Right,
but
right.
not everyone has the same
Mhm.
bikes. I'm waiting until we see pistols.
I was
'Cause
hoping for pistols.
I can't
this
do
year.
that shit. So.
I love pistols.
Same.
And then how about the last one, this little spicy nugget?
Yeah, that felt great until round 7, and you're like, oh god, everything hurts. But that was a fun workout too.
Yeah, how'd you do in that? How'd you feel you finished in that one?
I did alright. I probably could have retested if I wanted. I could have retested, but I didn't want to. So
Okay.
I
Okay.
didn't. I think that actually was my worst placing.
The last
workout,
one?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Did you repeat all of them?
No, just the first 3.
Oh, just the first 3.
Mhm.
Okay, nice. And so give people kind of an idea of like, a lot of people just, do the open, post their score. What's it like for someone who's like pretty much going to either go to regionals or in that range regionals? Like, what do you have to do? What's kind of different?
So we film all of our workouts because I think it's top 35. I don't know. I think it was top 50 last year, but top 35 this year maybe. Or
Okay.
Top 30, I'm not really sure. They ask for a video. They'll send.
Of one of them?
Yeah. So this year it was 17.3. So they
Oh,
email
shit.
you and say, oh, congrats on your open finish because
Oh,
you're
I see.
like send us a video to make sure you really did the workout.
Okay. So I was under the impression that they asked for just a random one of your videos. Like, oh, send us your 17.4. But
No,
they
so-
pick one
Yeah,
and have everyone just send 73.
everyone sent 17.3 this year.
Okay. So they
Mhm.
just picked the one right in the middle.
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay.
Well, last year it was 16.2.
Oh, okay. So the second one.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to film all your workouts
Mhm.
and then submit.
Right. And you
And-
film them all because you never know which one they're going to ask for.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Fun.
And so what if you don't, right? Say, "Oh, I just like didn't film that one." What's the deal? Like you can't go to regionals like
Yeah, so I think pretty sure if you wouldn't film it, you would, I don't know, somehow have to do the workout,
or do it over again, huh?
do it over, replicate
Damn.
the score that you got, which that just seems like you're playing with fire at that point.
Shit balls.
Yeah.
Shitballs is right.
Shitballs.
Balls
Steve.
of shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's cool.
That's how
But
that works.
overall, sounds like you had a dope
Yeah,
open.
it was a fun open. We did Friday Night Lights every week, so like a bunch of the CrossFit Milford community would come watch. Like the whole team
cool.
would throw down, and then the rest of the
That's pretty dope.
gym would do the workouts after, and we'd
like
judge
a
and
real
cheer 'em
sporting
on.
event.
Hell
So
yeah.
it was
That's
pretty
awesome.
fun. Yeah, the last open workout we had Kettlebell Kitchen host bring us a bunch of food, so there was food after.
Oh,
That
nice.
was fun. It was like a little party.
Dope.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the cool thing about CrossFit is like
Mhm.
it's the world's largest sporting event.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, literally like hundreds upon thousands of people sign up for this thing every year, and they're competing in a sporting event that ultimately leads to regionals, which leads to the games. You know,
Mhm. Yeah, so
you don't see that in a lot of sports.
it's true.
So talk a little bit about, it's kind of like make the transition to like CrossFit Milford. I mean, very well known gym.
Mhm.
Coach Jason Layden, like one of the best coaches in the country.
Yes.
Talk about, when you first got there and like just take us through like the things you were doing, were there oh shit moments where there like
always, yeah.
so talk about that.
Every day. No,
How about this? Talk about your first day going there. Like
I think I can't really remember. That was so long ago. They all kind of blur together. Like if you asked me what we did for workouts today, I could not tell you.
yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
But like kind of a lot like what are some
Early
were there like
onset
new
Alzheimer's.
things that you were doing
Perfect.
where you're like, holy shit, I've never done anything like this before type stuff?
No, not really. I mean, everything we do is very structural. It's
Okay.
all like we have a strength component. We have our gymnastics work. We have a Metcon or EMOMs or anything.
Okay.
I think the first time I went there, he was like, do a max set of chest bar pull-ups. I was like, okay. And I did them. He's like, you would have gotten like 7 more if you like actually breathed during those. I was like, yeah, probably.
How many did you get?
I don't remember. 30 something.
That's pretty fucking good. These butterflies?
Did.
So he was talking about breathing, was he?
I'm really bad at breathing.
Is he?
Really bad.
Does he make you guys do? I know he's. Chris Kling's talked about that, where he's made the guys like kind of relax and sit on the floor and just.
Yeah,
breathe.
you lay on the floor, you do some belly breathing to make sure you're.
Nice. And is that like
like that.
before or after both?
Usually before we start training.
Oh shit. Okay, so before. Okay,
Mhm.
nice. And did you feel like that benefited? Difference? Yay, nay?
Yeah, learning to breathe while working out is something.
Nah, I showed your breath the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I used to do.
It's fun.
Not
Smart.
Not effective.
What do you mean?
So talk about Jay as a coach. I mean, he's huge name in like the CrossFit community, obviously.
Yes.
So just talk about him as a coach and what that experience has been like.
He's an awesome coach. So he's very hands-on, like text constantly, seeing how you're doing, what's going on, if we need to adjust anything. We all have kind of our individualized programming, so
Oh shit!
like what I do will be different than what my teammates are doing, unless it's
And
like,
he does that. He programs for all you guys individually. And how many? 8 of you?
there's 6 on our team, and then he has I don't know how many athletes he has. He has a ton of athletes.
Got to be a bunch, right?
Yeah, he's super busy.
Shit.
Damn.
But no, he's awesome. Like, I'll text him and be like, I feel like shit. He's like, all right, let's adjust your programming for the day to
Interesting.
benefit. Or he's like, all right, don't train today. Like, you need to, like, sleep is more important. So he's very realistic in the training. He's not like, okay, this is programmed, so this is what we have to do. Like, we 100% adjust if we need to. Which
That's
is
what Chris has told us in the
very
past.
good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's cool.
Because you can't have effective training day if you feel like ass.
So it's not like set in stone training.
Right.
It's day to day.
Yep.
Okay, interesting.
Like, it's like a template almost, and then it's like, all right, well, I feel like crap this day, or these are feeling really good. Should I do some extra sets? Like, the running's feeling good this day, so should I push it, or should I, like, stick to the...
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Plan.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So is it, does he, depending on how you feel, does he, take reps out? Does he take certain segments of the workout out? Like, what are some, how does he usually tailor specifically to you?
It kind of depends on the workout. So if there's, like, my elbow's been bothering me, so instead of doing a lot of pulling stuff, we'll sub in, like, double unders to get the shoulder fatigue.
Oh, okay.
Not lose, like, the point of the workout.
Gotcha.
If, like, my knee's been bothering me, he'll, like, adjust to doing back squats or something that'll have the same effect but won't, like, kill my knee type thing.
Okay.
He's very keen on doing stuff, like, body positioning is very important, so it's better to do good reps than high volume reps.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So, like, for my handstand push-ups, we've been working a lot with my body positioning because I tend to arch really bad. So we've been kind of building that up with the volume once the positioning has gotten better.
Okay.
Type thing.
So he's working more on the position, and then
Right.
once that gets better,
Right,
adding
kind
some
of
volume.
his thinking is, like, once we have the perfect positioning, then we can start adding volume in
I see.
to perfect the movement type deal.
Smart guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Makes
he's
a lot
very
of sense.
knowledgeable.
Makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense. Oh, fuck, I just had a question on the top of my head.
It's in your hat.
Forget it, dude. Shit. It was a good one, too. Fuck.
It'll come back.
Your guys' heads were going to explode right there.
That'd be messy.
She's like, get out of my place. I'm going to have to vacuum.
I don't wanna vacuum.
Oh, no.
Shit.
Break. What does that say? What does that
Should
mean?
get a break. Yeah, what does that mean, Steve?
Fuck. Now we're good. All right, so this is what we'll do. We take a break right here.
Yeah.
We'll break it
Good
up.
idea. Good
And
idea.
then when we come back, we'll continue kind of talking about, like, day in the life of Siobhan. What's a day in the life for you?
Okay.
And what that's
and our
been
future
like, okay?
together.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome. Can't wait.
You heard it here.
All right. Don't
Heard it
go
here
anywhere.
first.
Be right
Bye.
back. But you could go wherever you want. Want more of the Strength Students podcast? Go check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, make sure you leave us a 5-star review on iTunes and on Stitcher. Stitcher, I just met her.
I already met him, so but still, I like to be tiny.
Dude, you're overthinking it. Just be yourself. All
Be you.
right, everybody ready?
I'm going to be on you.
Everyone behind the camera, you guys ready? Good. Sound guy? Key grip?
I'm
I
tired.
almost fucking I just started doing you.
You better perk up for dinner, yo. About to go hard in the paint.
You're
Just
coming.
kidding.
All right.
Okay,
This
and
is
that's
getting-
our show. All right, here we go.
Cut
3,
that,
2,
cut that.
1.
Go.
Welcome back, everybody. Strike Students Podcast. Second half here, talking with Siobhan Blancaflor, CrossFit Regionals athlete.
Yes, me.
And today we were talking to Siobhan about, switching it up. She's competing team now. She's at CrossFit Milford. Talked a lot about working with Coach Jay Layden, the legend of Connecticut.
Legend of Connecticut.
The legend of Connecticut. So,
Is that his official nickname?
Apparently.
We just gave him
We
that.
just coined that.
Yeah. We want money.
So let's talk a little about, we talked about nutrition last time and things like that, but I kind of want to go through, like, day in the life. Like, give the people what is it like being? You have a lot of people who I want to make it to regionals. I want to be a games athlete, whatever. Like, literally, what is your life like? Like day in the life, day to day. Like what are you doing? What is your day looking like?
My life is very boring. No, it's not glamorous. I mean, if you want to compete at the highest level, you don't really have a social life. During the week, I have a full-time job, so I'm at work by 7. I'm usually there till 4:35, depends on the day. 6.
Okay.
Damn.
And then I go to the gym, do my workout. It's plural.
Workouts.
So how many times a day is that?
5 times a week I go. I just do once a day. I used to split my training, but I stopped doing that because I'd have to wake up earlier.
I was going to say, because last time we talked, you said
2 days.
Yeah, like you were going before work, showering, going to work, and then going after work. So no more.
None of that anymore. Kind of just changed my outlook.
How do you like it comparatively? Splitting versus?
I mean, I go back and forth with it because by the end of the day after work, like my brain is fried. So like to go into the gym and do 2.5, 3 hours of work is hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I was maximizing my workouts before work and then going in and then going to work and then going back to the gym after.
Okay.
So I think it's a better setup for me. We just switched our training days, so we're training Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I go down to Milford on the weekends to do team training. It's better from that perspective of not having to work, but I really like my Sundays to myself.
Okay.
So it's kind of been a transition for me to kind of get used to not having a Sunday to just do what I want.
Get ready for the work week.
Yeah. And that may include doing absolutely nothing. 9 times out of 10, that's just me staying in my bed all day.
Well, I mean, shit, that's important.
Well, that's it. You know,
that's important, dude.
Sundays is what they're for.
Yeah, it's important, especially for a regionals, caliber athlete like yourself. Like, dude, that's important to just take a day to just fucking do
chill.
nothing, man.
Yeah.
Stay away from CrossFit, like.
Right, or if I need to go to the store, I can go to the store. If I want to go see my parents, I can go down. And see them.
Exactly.
But that's been a transition, but it's good for the team wise because we can all be together 3 days a week versus 2, so that's good from that perspective. It's just kind of getting used to being on every day instead of having a day to just kind of shut off and not have to think about anything.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much I'm at work for anywhere from 9 to 10 to 11 hours, and then I'm at the gym.
Shit.
Yeah, my job's, I don't know. It's hard because I don't think I am a typical CrossFit athlete in that regard, but there's many people who are fortunate enough that don't have to have a full-time job that can just commit themselves fully to CrossFit. So that's awesome for them. I couldn't ever do that because I need to be able to exercise my brain mentally and whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm super passionate. I mean, I'm a passionate person. I'm passionate about my job. I'm passionate about CrossFit. I like to excel in everything that I do. So it's not like I can go to my job and half-ass it and then go to the gym and have a good training day. If I'm having a crappy day at work, it's probably going to be a crappy day at the gym. Mind, body, soul type thing. But
spirit, mind, body.
But this isn't like a typical thing. Like not many of these like regionals caliber, games caliber athletes like have full-time jobs.
Yeah, I think they're few and far between. There's definitely some that do have a full-time job. I'm kind of in this weird place. I mean, I went to school for what I do. I like what I do, and I'm kind of at that point in my career where I can either kind of take off and add more responsibility, or I can kind of sit back and just do what I've been doing for a while and kind of live out this CrossFit thing. So for me, like this year is great because my job's not changing quite yet, so I have some flexibility, so I can leave a little bit early on Fridays to get down to Milford for like a 4:00 training session.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know for how long I'll have that liberty to do so.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm kind of just like taking this year and everything as it comes, like kind of grateful for everything that's in my life right now and trying to enjoy the moment versus like thinking about what's going to happen next. I mean, of course we want to be at the games, but we need to perform at regionals first. So we don't really want to, like, we talk about the games, but it's like, no, we don't want to talk about that because what if something happens? Like, we want to focus on what's ahead.
Yeah,
and not
which is
something
smart.
That could be in the future.
Being present is
it's big.
I think for everybody. I my whiteboard at home, I wrote that shit down. Being present. So think about what's going to do tomorrow. What's going to do an hour from now. Like you need to focus on the moment. Like you said, being thankful. Do you think at one point you're going to have to make a decision later on about when it comes to career in CrossFit? Like your career and CrossFit. Not your career in CrossFit.
Yeah.
I feel like I mushed those words together. So I had
CrossFit.
Career in CrossFit. I had 1.5 beers. I'm ready to fall asleep.
Nap time.
Yeah.
Yes, I think there'll come a time where I'm going to have to decide if I want to excel in my career or excel more so in CrossFit. That'll be a conversation for me and Jay to have probably after this season, just to see where I'm at with my career, where we are with CrossFit, what my future is with CrossFit. I mean, there's a ton of different ways to get stuff done. It might be just a matter of switching training days, switching volume, doing some unconventional things with training to make sure I can still do stuff. But I mean, it's coupled with like my autoimmune disease, Crohn's disease. I don't recover as fast as other people. I have a harder time with nutrition. I'm more tired all of the time. So it's kind of like...
Suck it up.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like
with
managing
you?
my job, CrossFit, and Crohn's. So it's kind of like juggling three things at once.
Yeah, that's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So since we kind of talked last, like, has anything changed as far as like nutrition? I know you're working with a nutritionist.
Yes. So I've been working with a nutritionist since the fall. We kind of got my stomach to a state where I wasn't in like a flare and having all these symptoms and problems. And we just recently started to track macros to make sure I'm hitting the calories I need.
Nice.
Thankfully, Kettlebell Kitchen is sponsoring us. Plug.
Name drop.
So that's been super helpful with meal prep. So I eat those meals twice a day.
Dope.
And that definitely helps ensure I get the right nutrients in my body and not really have to think about like, oh crap, I have to cook tonight. I don't want to cook. I'm just going to go to bed.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah, I do that a lot. So, that was the hardest part for me. Like, from being at work at 7 a.m. to getting home at 7:30 or 8. And it's like, oh, fuck, I need to eat. I am so tired. I have nothing to make. I haven't cooked. I'm just going to have a little shake and go to bed. And, like, that's not good because that's just a wasted training day because you're not replenishing your body. So,
sure.
Kind of being more disciplined with the nutrition and the recovery. That's the hardest part of training.
Food you post looks amazing.
Yeah, it's super good. Delicious.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, it must be cool, too, like you were saying before, just to have kind of food just fucking ready to go. It's right there, given to you.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
So it's awesome in that regard. I still have to worry about breakfast, but that's okay.
You're good.
My God.
Such problems.
America sucks.
Such problems.
Thanks, Obama.
Oh, my
God. And so how about like from a training standpoint, like, you know, what kind of like improvements have you seen? Like, you know, have your numbers been going up? Like since going to Milford, essentially, have your numbers been going up? What have you kind of improved at?
Like,
definitely have a better engine. We focus a lot on engine work. My numbers have gone up a little bit, but with my whole knee issue, I've kind of been like...
Plus, that's not really like, correct me if I'm wrong, like that's not really the sport. Like you do have to go heavy sometimes, but like... It's a lot of engine based.
Yeah, generally, the person, the genitally, the person in the gym who is like the strongest person. You know what I mean? Like, and this is not in every case, but like the strongest person who has the best squat, bench, deadlift, snatch. Like, usually that person isn't the best CrossFitter in that gym, right? So, like the biggest, strongest person, male,
There's
female.
some exceptions.
Some exceptions, yeah.
Majority.
Of course, you know, you could be the biggest, baddest, and everything in your gym, but for the most part, like that dude or that chick in the gym who's like lifts a house, you know, squats a house, can deadlift, you know what I mean? Like, usually they're not the best CrossFitter. It's usually the person who's like, all right, you know, they're oh wow, they're pretty strong. Like those like middle of the road strength is like.
It's really about like.
It's your engine, man.
Yeah, moving weights most efficiently.
Yeah.
A bunch of times. So
you don't really see it in some cases you do, but for the most part in like a CrossFit WOD, you don't see like heavy ass weights. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
of course,
you
sometimes
see
you have the
them at
WOD.
regionals,
Yeah.
but they're not really programmed in.
Yeah, exactly.
That one year when they did like overhead squats and the guys were doing like 3 something for overhead squats.
Yeah, right. And there's that, and they have ladders. They have workouts that are like ladders, deadlift ladders, things like that.
Snatch
but so, for
ladders,
example, you know, like 2 years ago when they had the deadlift ladder in the games, Sam Dancer, right?
Right.
Fucking destroyed that
Worked well.
workout,
Well,
right?
he
destroyed that workout.
He used to be 270. It was a Division I football
Yeah,
player.
right.
Like that
He's
type of
fucking
guy
strong as shit,
made
man.
for
Great
that
CrossFitter,
shit.
don't get me wrong, games athlete.
Yeah.
But where did he place in the games, though? You know what I mean? So it's like those strongest dudes, you know, the strongest dudes, strongest females, it doesn't necessarily translate to the best CrossFitter.
Right.
It's usually the engine stuff, which like Coach Layden, right, that's his thing.
Yeah, we do a lot of engine work. I think we train a lot of high volume stuff, so we'll go in waves. So right now we're super high volume, obviously, because we're getting ready for regionals. So, I mean, it's tough, like a lot of pulling, but it's good. It'll all pay off. Like in the moment, you're like, wow, this fucking sucks, but like I know this is for a reason. Like like it's gonna pay off when we need it to. But yeah, I mean, my numbers really haven't changed much since I've gone there, but I definitely feel I'm like a stronger athlete, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stronger.
In CrossFit, stronger athlete is someone who has a stronger engine.
Yeah.
So what kind of stuff are you doing? Like, what are some of the things that have been programmed to strengthen your engine?
Gosh, that's
like
a
anaerobic
question.
threshold. Aerobic.
For a while, we do a lot of so we'll do like 500-meter repeats, and we'll start from there, and then we'll progress.
On the rower, you mean?
Yeah, on the rower.
So how do you guys usually do that? Like, take us through that a little bit.
I think I've been like switching between that and running on the true form, but it'll be like row 500 meters, rest 90 seconds at a 2-minute pace, and then like the next week will be row 500 meters, rest 60 seconds at a 158 pace. So it's to get that threshold, to know, like get to that dark place. It's almost more mental than anything.
Gotcha.
Like, you know, you can do it. It's just like, oh God, this really hurts, but I can push through it type thing.
Right.
We focus a lot on team training, so we do a lot of like sync work, making sure we're syncing our chest to bar pull-ups, our muscle-ups at the top. Burpees over bar, making sure we're hitting at the same time. We do a lot of worm work to get ready for that.
I was literally just going to ask you that. The worm has been in there.
Yeah,
do they have one there?
Yeah,
thing,
we have
man?
one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we work with one every weekend. Yeah, it's fun.
No shit.
It's tough, but it's fun. Yeah.
How much does that thing weigh? Dope.
Heavy as fuck.
No idea. The way where Trevor is, because he's the strongest, it's heavier on his end and it's lightest on my end.
Okay.
So it's like the sand is...
But there's sand in it.
Yeah.
It's a gigantic sandbag, essentially.
Gigantic sandbag.
Oh, and so you guys have one there and you've been working with it.
Yes.
That's fucking tight.
Yeah.
What other stuff as far from that team aspect? Like, what are some other things?
So almost every weekend it's all team stuff. So we'll have to do like, it's usually like a waterfall style. So the first pair will do the first, like say it's 15 bar muscle ups. Once they finish that, move on to the next movement. The second pair will go, and it's like making sure we're in the best pairs and in the right order to make sure we're maximizing how fast we can go.
I got you.
Type thing. So yeah, team training's a ton of fun. It's super fun.
Dope.
Yeah.
Do you prefer that over individual?
Yeah, that aspect for sure. It's definitely fun to be working out with other people, and then like if you like fuck something up, they're like, oh no, I got this rep, like I got it, you're good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's not just you out there.
Right.
That's dope. That's dope. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like you were saying before, you come from that world. You come from the team sports world.
Mm-hmm.
Other than gymnastics, I guess. But still, even in gymnastics. I mean,
I'm not at my gym. It was a very small
okay,
gym.
got you. And so where do you kind of see yourself in the future here? Like, do you see yourself trying to, make it individually? Do you see yourself sticking with team? Like,
honestly, I have no idea.
No idea. Just kind of staying present.
Taking it day by day.
That's cool.
This is first year competing a team, so you don't know yet if
I kind of want
to
enjoy what we're doing now and figure out what I want to do afterwards.
Got you.
I know no matter what, I'll be taking a small break from CrossFit.
Like after regionals or the games or whatever?
Mm-hmm. Just to kind of decompress.
So now how about kind of one last thing I wanted to talk to you about here. Coming from last year, getting to regionals was like, holy shit, let's get to regionals.
Yeah.
Now it's this year. It's like, yo, you might get to the games.
Yeah.
So what does that feel like?
I saw instant anxiety come over her.
So it's weird.
Hello,
like,
darkness, my old friend.
Darkness.
It's, I don't know. I think I'm in a totally different mindset than I was last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's nice to know that I have the support of 5 other people. So it's not like like we're all kind of stressed and anxious about getting to regionals and doing the best we can, but we can kind of like delineate the stress amongst the 6 of us.
Yeah,
so
okay.
It's like, okay, you can be an anxious person today, and I'll take it tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
right.
Again, though, benefits of a team.
Yeah, so it's
For
definitely
real.
nice in that regard. I'm just kind of taking it day by day. I'm trying to not think too far into the future. I mean, and we kind of really focus on that when we're training. Like, okay, yes, we know we have 7 events for the weekend, but we're focusing on this event right now that's right in front of us. And then as soon as that event is over, no matter how we place, we need to forget about it because we need to move on to the next one. So
there you go.
Kind of exactly what you had said, just to be present, do what you're doing in that moment, and not really think about anything else, anything externally, which has been a shift for me, but definitely a positive one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What if you could have gone to yourself, kind of around this time last year, like that Siobhan that was like just hunting for regionals?
Mm-hmm.
What if you could go to yourself last year and be like, hey, Siobhan, this time next year, you're going to be looking at like going to the games with a team. Like, how do you think you would have reacted to that?
I probably would have laughed.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
No, I'm my own woman. I only do individual.
No, I don't know. I don't know what I would have said to myself if I had known this was what was going to transpire. I think I probably didn't appreciate regionals as much as I should have last year.
I see. Well, we talked about that on the show.
Yeah.
Just because it was so like
super
such a
overwhelming.
whirlwind. Yeah.
Like, talk about anxious.
Yeah, for real. Well, maybe this year it'll be fucking different.
Yeah, and it's going to be so much fun just being around people who have done it so many times. Like,
yeah, right.
I was like this outsider, like amongst these people who have been to the regionals a bazillion times. I'm like,
yeah. Now you're with
guys.
CrossFit Milford, the
Right.
The best in the region consistently.
Right. And Jay knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
The people on my team that have been there before, so they kind of know the ropes.
Dope.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Have you done any comps with all these people yet, or just training?
Just training.
Yeah. Shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no competition.
So we'll
So
see.
interesting once you get out on the floor. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right, dope. Any other questions? We're gonna wrap it up right there.
No, I don't want to talk to this girl
Do you have any
anymore.
questions for us?
No. Everyone subscribe to this podcast.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Thank
Thank you, Siobhan. She fucking rocked the shirt today.
I know. She's so
Got
nice.
the little leg going. Got the little leg going.
Purple hair.
Purple hair, don't care. Real quick, social media, all that stuff. Where can people find you? What's your address? What does your car look like?
What's your license plate? Where do you live?
It's a Mini
What's your
Cooper.
VIN number?
No, S Blancaflor 13 is my Instagram handle.
Nice.
How many
You do
followers you
Facebook,
got now?
Grindr?
What?
Just ask if you want to get a grinder later when we go out to eat.
No, I'm good. I'll stick to wings.
Yeah, all right,
Not
word.
wings.
I'm getting wings.
No. How many followers do I have? I don't know. 3,000 or something.
Oh, that was up.
Do you have a
Last year
K?
it was
Do you
like
have a K?
1,700.
Yeah. What?
Do you have a
No
K in
K.
that?
You gotta
No
get
K
to
yet?
10 for the K.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, I got a ways to go.
Well, we're at 6K, meaning 600K. Just
No, we're at
600.
7.
Oh, 700?
720.
Nice.
Suck it, Siobhan.
We're working. This time last year we had about 200 maybe.
Guys, let's do a quick cheers. Let's try this again. Cheers to the Strength
Cheers.
Students Podcast and Siobhan
Yay.
going to regionals and possibly the games. We'll see you next time, fam.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
So cute.